Hi guys, back again, just with a short clip on how to saddle horses. We do a lot of work with Pony Club Australia, doing clinics with students on rally days, and we generally have whole weekends that we put together for these guys, just practical stuff like very practical horsemanship, and always thinking safe. Okay, so we also do station work, station mentoring. So with the station mentoring jobs, we have young people that have just new into the industry. So we formulate classes for these guys so that they understand actually what they're doing, the safety aspect of why when we saddle up we stand a certain specific spot so that we don't get hurt, don't get kicked. And yeah, it's just normal general application of these particular things that we do with them. So what we're going to do today is we've had a few people from a couple of stations with their young staff. They just want a video of just how to actually stand, where to stand, and how to be safe standing around horses. So I've got my wonderful offsider here with me, Blue. Blue's has just come back into work. This is day one for Blue. So Blue can be a bit fresh. So we've got to understand these things working around fresh horses, and this is why we have such a great program with station and property owners. So, because a lot of the time their horses will be out in the bush for months at a time, they'll bring these horses in and they'll be fresh. So they want their people to go to work and come home safe and sound. So this is why we do what we do. Okay, so we're just going to start saddle Blue up. Now, when we saddle our horse up, we need to stand in a position when we put our saddle on that we won't get struck by the front leg if they're a fresh horse or a young horse or something like that. Now, why I stand here is this is the drive line, okay, when we're saddling up. If I stand back here, fair chance that horse will push forward or move his feet. And that's what we don't want, a horse moving its feet while someone's putting a saddle on the horse's back. So, I stand here in the drive line. I make sure that my lead rope is, I can have it loose but have my hand down here. If I need to stop the horse, I can stop the horse by just bumping on his nose with the halter. So I'll lead him up again. This is why it's important to have your horses understand when you move them backwards, they move backwards. Move forward, they move forward. Their feet move where you want them. Okay, so we'll go over here. Grab my saddle blanket. For the sake of this demonstration and working with fresh horses, we never tie our horses up. Okay, if the horse jumps, flips the saddle over, and someone off their horse's back, someone next to them is sort of got their head down like this, doing a girth up, and there might be another old mate walking around behind his horse, and someone's horse drops the saddle off, they're all fresh, and you could end up with a heck of a wreck. So you always want to be holding on to your horse's lead rope. So I walk up to my horse, I stand here, make sure that there's no stuff on the horse's back, no burrs, anything that can rub. I check my horse's back out so that I know that the horse is safe and he's ready to be ridden. Go over the other side, do the same thing. Check under his girth, make sure there's no burrs or grass seeds that'll rub into him. Check my saddle blanket out, make sure that it's okay as well. It could have, it could have picked a burr up, or you could have dropped it into the ground. Just make sure that there's no burrs, and then you stand there like that, put your saddle on. Okay, so we are talking about fresh horses and green horses. We're not talking about your old Nelly that is 100 years old and you've saddled him up all the time and he's half dead in the world and you're tying him onto the fence. Okay, so this is real world application for horses that are in the bush or are green or young. So I walk over, I pick my saddle up. Now, when I pick my saddle up, I pick it up like this, put it under my armpit. I can carry this saddle around like this for a long time. Not saying hours, but for a long time. The horse is playing up with me. I can hold it in here, out of the way, where it's not going to get in my way and get me hurt. If I hold the saddle up like this, it's only so long that I can hold before my shoulder wears out and all that. Then I've got to lift it up over the horse, and if I've got short legs at one end, then I'm going to be in a little bit of trouble trying to get the saddle onto a big horse. So I stand with my saddle here, walk up to in front of the drive line. Okay, so I'll just move our blue a little bit. Walk up in front of the drive line. Now I've still got slight slack on my rein so that if my horse moves then I can just bump it back. Okay, so I want our blue to stop. Throw it straight over like that. So I'll show you again. Hold it like that. And I swing from here. Just like that. Okay? So as you'll see, if you have latigos or laces, have them tied up. Nice and neat. And this was from the last time that I had the saddle on this book. Okay, so I tie this up before I take it off him. Same as on the other side. You'll see the saddle. I don't like to move horses like that, but everything is tied up. Nice and neat. So Blue being a green horse or a fresh horse, I just use a nice soft fur girth for him, as I do with most horses when they come in, so they don't end up with girth gall or anything like that. Okay, so I'll undo this side here. Don't always like that. Make sure that it's all nice and neat. My girth doesn't have any burrs in it. And then what I'll do is I'll hold the lead rope with this hand here, and I'll push this out of the way, put my hand down here. I don't like to get in here like this, for the obvious reason, if a horse chases a march fly or something like that, I can end up getting myself ahead. So I've got there like that, undo the latigo, it's nice and neat, and while I'm doing that, I'm checking that my latigo isn't worn out. Okay, there's no wear marks on here that if something happens, I'm galloping along and there's a wear mark on the side, it will snap off and I'll hit the deck. So I put this up here. Camera. Yep. Move this here. Now, I don't like to pull it up that tight that it'll cut them in half. I like to just put it on there so that the saddle is on there firmly. And then, if so, I will lead my horse around before actually getting on the horse. Okay. show you. So we've saddled our horse. Don't forget, before you get on, you pull your ladder go up or your lace up that little bit more so that the saddle is firm. They'll let the air out of the chest, and sometimes, you know, like you go, that works worse. So before hopping on, make sure your saddle is right, take it up that extra little bit more, and just make sure that you're safe. And then once we have done our job for the day, we take the saddle off. So some people will say, oh, don't flip it over there because if your horse jumps forward, it'll pop you on the head. That's correct, but I've never seen anyone in my entire 60 odd years working around horses still hit someone in the head. I've never seen that. I've never heard of it in a mustering camp, or I was an ag college instructor for a number of years. Never ever have I ever heard of anyone getting hit with a stirrup, so, or an oxbow. You would have to be the most unluckiest person in the world. But if you feel that, yep, you could get hit, just put that back there like that, and then you're just going to have to work like that. Myself, I'll put that up there like that. I'll take the ladder go down. What I do then is, with my ladder go, I'll halve it like that. Tie this around here like that. And just bring it out underneath. So it's just a half hitch. Okay? So that when I take it off and put it on the saddle stand, it's nice and neat, ready for next time when I put it back on. The other side, go back around in again. The other side, I have a bit of cotton rope there, and I just put it through my girth and put the tongue there so that it doesn't come off. Okay, and then I can just either from this side or the other side just take my saddle off. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that, guys, and we'll see you next time. Bye.